Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz to throw on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They give him 14 yards there. Time and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, empty.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Scarborough. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Sonic, ready.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And that's the first connection, the #1 overall pick in 2015, finding the #7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Jameis now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jordan Hicks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready. Blue way. Let's go. Sonic.
Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Ready. Blue way.
To throw, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Wentz looking very much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. This is Scarborough, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Hang in there now. Here we go. Ready?
On second down, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Hang in there now.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. Room here to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't get him down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Wentz on third down. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They find some open field here. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Easy. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete here. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Triple C. Sonic.
Throwing, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Pro Bowler Brent Grimes brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Wentz now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On play action, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Bo Scarborough with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Winston. And I think that one might have intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Winston now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to him right up the gut. is in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wentz now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Sproles. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Get over there. Go.
They try again with Scarborough. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Wentz now to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ready? Black 22.
Following the interception, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sproles, the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's Scarborough again, able to power through. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Sunday.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Evans has it left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Ready. Blue lady. Here we go. Hey.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Ready. Blue lady. Boys up. Boys up.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Come on now, Oz. Come on now. Let's go. This 5-2.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Winston now after the fumble recovery. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue lady.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, a 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a second score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I
always think
I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the gun, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Long able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Black 22.
Jameis to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. That escapes the sack, being chased out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Winston now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle to Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Winston to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.